The following is a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and more in southwestern Connecticut.
Welcome back to the HAN Network's coverage of the 2017 Girls Basketball FCIAC Championships. We have got number 5 Fairfield Warde and number 1 Trumbull coming up for you in our second game of the night. Stanford has clinched a spot in the finals with a 59-52 win. We will have starting lineups in the first quarter of action for you in game number 2 right after this on the HAN Network.
Start to the new year by shaking up your meal routine. Walter Stewart's Market is your local source for a delicious selection of fresh and convenient salad shakers, like Southwest salad with chicken, Cobb with organic chicken, Power Vegan with fruit and quinoa, Greek salad with tabbouleh, and grilled shrimp with hominy. Grab one from our salad case or order from our deli today. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN Network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Back at Fairfield Ludlow High School, this is the HAN Network's coverage of the 2017 Girls Basketball FCIAC Championship. I'm Frank Renito sitting alongside Kevin Coleman. And while it wasn't the prettiest display of basketball in that first game, an exciting finish as the Stanford Black Knights make their way back to the conference championship. They will be able to defend their title. Who against? We await to find out is number 1 Trumbull. And the only upset from the first round, number 5 Fairfield Warde. Get ready to tip off here, Kevin.
2 excellent matchups in this semifinal tonight, Frank. First one, a great win for Stanford. Thought Richfield just couldn't take care of business in that first half. Stanford came out red hot, which we saw in the quarterfinal. They took care of business, finished it off nicely with a nice win. Now in this second game, who's it going to be? As Stanford awaits the winner between these two teams. And we couldn't ask for 2 better matchups in the semifinals. Richfield, Stanford, both teams equally matched up well against each other. How about this matchup? Fairfield Warde beat Trumbull in the regular season. Now Trumbull looks to get revenge on the only team that beat them during the regular season.
They were 19-1 on the year, 15-1 in the conference. And for more on a confident Warde team, let's go down with Chris Kutzo, who caught up with Dave Danko, the head coach of Warde, earlier tonight.
I did, Frank, and for sure, if we have a game like we had last game, we are in for a treat tonight here for our semifinal doubleheader. But Coach Danko for Fairfield Warde was definitely confident that he could tip this Trumbull Eagles team again. But he's going to have their hands full, like you said. They're 19-1 on the season and 15-1 on the conference. So they're definitely a team that is not to be taken lightly, Frank.
One reason, Kevin, thank you, Chris, that I don't think we see as sloppy a game as we did in the last one is number 30 for the Trumbull Eagles, Victoria Ray. Very similar to Julia Middlebrook she is not out there to score. She wants to facilitate the offense. She's going to try to rack up the assists. The assist to turnover ratio for her is through the roof. That's something to keep an eye on. And then on the other end, leading the offense for the Mustangs, you got Deja Polk. The truth of the FCIAC, one of the purest shooting strokes we've seen all year. She's going to have a huge night, and she'll need some help from Shania Osborne if the Mustangs are going to pull off another upset.
Frank, listen, not only do we have 4 great teams in the semifinal, how about 4 great point guards? We have 4 playing tonight. We saw Julia Middlebrook, Megan Lane Seidel for the Stanford Black Knights, the freshman. Those 2 point guards were terrific. How about this matchup? Victoria Ray versus Deja Polk. Great guard play and great forward play as well from both squads.
As semifinal number 2 underway, and the number 1 Trumbull Eagles will control to start. They wear the white jerseys, white shorts with gold numbers. For the Mustangs, they're in black jerseys, black shorts, and the white numbers. They'll move from right to left on your screen to start. Is Taylor Brown going to spot up a 3 early on? Nothing but net, count it.
She's deadly from there, Frank. How about the Trumbull fans coming out tonight?
As we see some pressure from the trap early on, Krasnicki no good on the first jump shot.
Smart move there from Krasnicki. Not to take that shot there. Let it set back up. Let Deja Polk run the offense here.
2 Krasnickis in the lineup. You've got Christina along with Ileana. Christina in 10, the sophomore. Ileana, the captain, 23, is a senior. As Aisling McGuire pokes that one out of bounds. Let's quickly go through the starting lineups first for the visiting Mustangs. Deja Polk, Christina Krasnicki, Shania Osborne. That was a Brown 3-pointer to start the game. As this one worked all the way around the zone, and a second offensive rebound extends the possession. Polk going to put it on the floor, goes up through traffic, lands hard, and the basket no good.
How about this Trumbull defense to start things off, not letting anything inside. Good start for the Eagles on defense.
As Brown went to the baseline and drew the foul, Krasnicki had to take it. One thing about that 2-3 zone from Trumbull, it's going to leave some soft spots right around the free throw line in that 15-18.
Trying to draw the foul, but like we saw
at the line, shooting 2. As that one short off the front rim. We saw Polk struggle early on in the quarterfinals. Took her almost 6 minutes to get on the board. She would end up finishing the game with 17 points. She's 0 for 2 from the line there.
Rare to see Deja Polk miss 2 straight free throws from the line. Trumbull looking to execute and take advantage of that.
Ward got here via a 47-46 victory over the number 4 Norwalk Bears. They did miss 4 free throws down the stretch. That could have put that game away. Norwalk just falling out on a last-second buzzer beater that didn't go, and a foul. Nope, just out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles. As we saw Ward switch it up right there, come at Trumbull with his own defense as well.
Quick hands from the Warde Mustangs early on. Getting some nice steals. They need to convert in the offensive end.
As up top, Parisi controls. Over to Christina Krasnicki, and now Polk all alone on the baseline. Won't miss that one too often. She's got her first 2 of the night. It's 3-2.
She'll hit that all day, Frank.
A jump ball ruled here with 5:04 to play. Possession arrow pointing to the Mustangs. And let's go across the court. Welcome in the third member of our crew. Chris, we're through 3 minutes of play. What have you seen so far from both sides?
I'm seeing a really fantastic defensive effort from both teams, but definitely the guard play is going to be the factor, like you said in the pregame. Deja Polk and Victoria Ray, they're going to be the difference makers here tonight, Frank.
Thank you, Chris. Krasnicki's shot that time just a bit too strong. As Brown working on Ileana again. Ray had to climb the ladder to keep that one in play, and now atop is Julie Keckler. One of 2 juniors in the starting lineup, along with Aisling McGuire, who almost had it taken away that time. Down low, and Claudia Tucci going to work for the first time. Off glass, no good, and the rebound by Krasnicki.
Nice job by Krasniqi there. You know how good Claudia Tucci is down low. Here's that matchup. Shania Osborne.
Osborne just ripping that one away from Tucci. Goes up strong again through contact, no good. Krasniqi a rebound. Has a second offensive rebound, still in trouble, and finally taken away by Tucci. And then a foul here. It's going to be on Alania. That'll be her second very, very quickly.
That's pure frustration there from Krasniqi. Silly foul. Gotta wonder when Coach Danko may have to go to the bench early. But I mentioned, Frank, how about that matchup down low? Claudia Tucci and Shania Osborne. We just saw it right there. That's going to be a fun matchup to watch.
Brown open for three again. This one no good. Good job by Krasniqi boxing out, and she'll even draw a foul here. Coach Danko going to go to the bench now. Ofiero will come in to spell Ileana. We've also got our first substitution for the Eagles as Pagliaro has checked in. That's Kristen Pagliaro, the junior, number 10. 3-2 the score, 3:40 remaining in the first.
This 2-3 defense from Trumbull is in your face. Ward needs to take care of the basketball.
So Fierro, guarded by Pagliaro, and then back up top with Christina Krasniqi. Coach Danko calling out plays here. They go down low. Osborne inside. Good pass, better finish. It's 4-3, first lead of the night for the Mustangs.
Great feed down low by Deja Polk.
Tucci's going to spot up a three. No good. The rebound by Parisi. And then a foul here, or was it out of bounds?
Out of bounds, Frank.
We saw a lot of this, Kev, from Trumbull in the quarterfinals. They're going to use as many as 10, 11 players. They're going to substitute frequently, keep everyone fresh. John Kovacs and I talked about it, really almost have the ability to go two platoon with the depth on this roster.
It's almost like having lines in hockey. You know, that's something that coaches love having. Depth on the bench. Get those players coming off the bench with the right attitude.
Christina Krasniqi a shot, no good. Tucci the rebound. If Coach Tobish could, I'm sure he would love to change on the fly with this roster.
Listen, this is a high-powered, high-velocity offense. And there's that double dribble.
Almost a steal that time by Christina Krasniqi. She has been very active on the defensive end, already has one takeaway.
Well, if you look back, Frank, a few weeks ago, we had Ward Stanford on the HN Network at Ward. Christina gave the Black Knights a ton of fits early on, especially on defense. Very good defender. She's got fast hands.
Here's Parisi with it. Now Fierro. Down in the corner. Backdoor look. Ofiero wide open. Just couldn't get the bucket. Well-designed play that time.
Great look from Parisi. The backdoor pass. Got to finish those.
Tucci got a defender up in the air. Pull up from the free throw line. No good. And Osborne the rebound. Looking up court. Polk comes up with it. Pass from the ground. Off the glass. No good again. Ofiero.
Wow. Wow. Great, Frank, on that type of play, just great hustle from both squads.
.140 to play. Ofiero called for the foul. That's her first. Team's third. See those substitutions coming in again, starting five back out there for the Eagles. 1:40 remaining. Ward with a 4-3 lead. Semifinal number 2. The girls' FCIAC championship. Stanford awaiting the winner, as Ray had it stolen from behind by Polk. Trying to dump it inside to Osborne, and she draws the foul. Brown already has one. We'll see if it's her or Tucci.
Trumbull fouls on number 13, Claudia Tucci. That's her first. 3 on the team.
You just see how deadly Shania Osborne is down low. And it's the eyes, Frank, the eyes of Deja Polk. She has the vision you don't see very often in point guards.
How about the vision from Osborne there? That pass cutting through the lane. Krasniqi going up strong, and she'll draw the foul. It's the first one on Ray, the 4th team foul here. Both games now, we've seen teams get into foul trouble early on. So we expect both teams, at least one of these teams, to be in the bonus for a majority of the second quarter.
And that's what happens when you get deep in the playoffs. You know, the pressure amounts, the intensity rises. You start to see players get a little excited early on, which then leads to foul trouble early on for teams, which in the end could hurt them, like we saw in the first semifinal with Richfield.
As Christina knocks down the second free throw. They had missed 3 to start the game. I'm sure a sigh of relief from the Mustangs having made a free throw now after the way the last game ended. 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. It is a 5-3 Fairfield Warde lead. Trumbull hit a 3 on the opening possession. They have not scored in the past 7 minutes and 45 seconds. This one out of bounds, so turned over again.
Great defense, good baseline defense, setting your feet, good balance, and a good turnover forced by Ward. Now they move on offense.
As here is Polk. Works into a double team, then resets up top. Genesetta has joined the Mustangs lineup for the first time tonight. 30 seconds on the clock. Krasniqi finds herself open in the lane. No good. Wanted the foul, didn't get it.
Great look inside, though. She may have missed it. Great look from Deja Polk.
Tucci spotting up for 3. No good. Rebound inside, put back up. Brady Ann Lynch on the board for the first time tonight.
Second chance opportunities. That's what Trumbull takes advantage of. That's why they had such a great year.
Tied at 5 as they tried to force one down to Osborne there at the end. I'll get Ofioro back in. So Trumbull finally scoring. First time in over 7 minutes, as we mentioned. It's 5-5 and an opportunity to take the lead before the end of the quarter. Here's Taylor Brown from well behind the arc. No good.
The score at the end of the first quarter, the Trumbull Eagles 5.
Not much offense that quarter, but some pretty good basketball. It is 5-5 between Trumbull and Fairfield Warde. We're going to step aside and be back with more high school hoops on your home of FCIAC Sports.
Time done right, safe and reliable. Mr. Handyman CD.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
Mr. Handyman CD.com.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back on the HAN Network, 5-5 after the first quarter. Trumbull and Fairfield Warde. The Mustangs, the only team that beat the Eagles all year. And for more on this frustrating Fairfield Warde offense, let's hear what Coach Tobich had to say from our own Chris Kutzo. Chris.
Frank, the message was definitely we got to get our big 3 open. That's Victoria Ray, Claudia Tucci, and Taylor Brown. They want to get those guys looks, and it's been a defensive slugfest so far between these two teams. So we'll see if the offense can pick up for both teams here in the second quarter.
As Keckler reins in a 3.
And that's what happens. We talked about it. You find holes in this 2-3 defense. Knock down a big 3-pointer to start this second quarter.
Over to Christina. Thought about the shot, put it back on the floor, trying to find her sister who had to go way up high to get that one. Parisi inside. Shot came up short, and Ray the rebound. Spins her way out of trouble, and now Tucci driving into the lane. Keckler wanted it, but the defense flashed out just in time. 8-5, Trumbull leading.
Look for Taylor Brown in the corner.
Up top, McGuire. Krasniqi thought she was going to be called for a foul. No good. So here is Christina with it, down to Polk. Back inside, up off the glass. No bucket.
Good look inside. Good cut to the basket by Krasniqi.
And Deja Polk called for the foul that time. Her first. Not a bad foul. Christina Krasniqi was still trying to get back. Looked a little winded, too. Heads up play there, slowing things down. 1:30 into the second quarter. They go inside to Tucci, and she's called for the travel. Just moved that pivot foot, trying to spin back out.
Good call by the referee. They're going to call that every time. That's what they're looking for in a type of play like that. Easy call for the ref.
8-5 the score. Offense optional in this one so far, as it's the defenses that have dominated the day. Here's Parisi up top. Liana got to be careful playing with two fouls. Ofiero spotting up a three to answer, no good. And Polk controls the rebound. Went for that hop step and tried to dump it back, but they couldn't connect as McGuire going up towards the rack, but that's a travel. Good defense by Osborne as Ashling was caught off guard there.
You know what, Frank? Both teams playing outstanding defense, forcing each offense to turn the ball over. Low scoring game. Great defense from both sides.
Polk in trouble, finds Parisi for help. Trying to go down low to Ileana Krasniqi. Couldn't get it there.
They're doubling Shania Osborne down low.
That pass tipped out of the way. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw Coach Danko use a timeout sometime soon. Haven't been bad possessions. I think they've gotten the looks they want, but it's been a very difficult time trying to get into the heart of the defense.
From both sides, absolutely. Both teams getting some absolutely great looks. Again, Trumbull defense playing lights out. And we'll see if Fairfield Warde can get another stop.
There's Victoria Ray running the offense up top. 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. That's now Coach Tobish, the one calling out plays from the sideline.
Smart here from Trumbull, slowing the pace down. Victoria Ray doing a great job moving the ball around.
Taylor Brown with it. McGuire inside to Brown, across to Ray. Good skip pass here as Keckler puts it on the floor.
Nice job by Krasniqi to shut down the baseline.
Good ball movement, better defense here as the zone has been able to adjust to everything, in a well-deserved round of applause.
Possession's around 2.5 minutes right now for Trumbull. Great job. Just move the ball around. Excellent. Something's bound to open up.
So McGuire down low for Tucci, off the glass, no good. And the rebound to Parisi. Dribbles over to safety. Looking for Polk. And a foul called on McGuire. And you're right, it was a very patient possession. I like what Trumbull did. The ball movement was quick. It was crisp. But the zone defense just adjusting perfectly throughout the possession.
Both teams playing solid fundamental defense right now. Neither team, there's a reason why this is such a low-scoring game. No team giving an inch.
8-5 the score. Here's Deja Polk with it now. Ofiero thought about the three. It's pulled back out as they reset offensively.
Now this is where Fairfield Warde should try and move the ball around a little bit here.
As Osborne wants to post up inside. They still haven't been able to get it to her. Parisi going to the rack, no good. Offensive rebound Osborne, and there's a foul on the floor. That is the 6th team foul against Trumbull. Parisi an open look for 3, no good. Krasniqi the offensive rebound and the putback. First points of the second quarter for Warde. It's 8-7 with 3:15 to play.
Great offensive board there by Ileana Krasniqi right there. Get that board.
And again, Chris, no signs of life, or at least no lanes open for offense as the zone too tough by both teams, but a lazy pass here. Taken away, no good. And I'm sorry, Chris, what have you seen so far?
I've just seen what you've seen, Frank, and that's a defensive slugfest. We've seen it all game here, just struggling to get into the offensive zone here for both teams. But the big matchup we're going to have to take a look at is Claudia Tucci and Shania Osborne. Who's going to get the better of the two? They're both the premier big men for this team, and they'll definitely make a difference here for their respective teams.
Tucci yet to score. Osborne with 2 points thus far and another Trumbull turnover. Thank you, Chris. And that's a bad possession, as we just talked about there. We've seen few of those and far in between. Caroline Ofiero has got to hit that 3 in the corner, a wide open look, and they're not going to see many of those this game.
They're not. When you have a wide open chance like that, you got to make it. And then back down on here, Taylor Brown, got to take care of that basketball.
As they try to go to Osborne again inside, but Tucci comes up with a steal. Quickly to McGuire, the layup, no good. Tipped, stays with Trumbull.
Shania Osborne getting frustrated down low. Trumbull doing an excellent job doubling her during this 2-3 zone. 2 girls down low will double up on Shania, whichever post she goes to. And they're shutting down any passing lanes.
Found that soft spot right at the free throw line.
Tucci not off to a hot start. That's a rare miss.
At that time. Osborne the rebound and Warde back on. Looking down low, Tucci. That's a walk. Nope. I'm going to say a foul. First foul on Osborne. That one was very, very close.
Very close. Yeah, very close call there. And there's that matchup again between Claudia Tucci and Shania Osborne that I've really been looking forward to seeing tonight. So you see them posting up against each other right now. Good defense early on from Shania Osborne on Tucci.
40 seconds remaining. The Eagles trailing 9-8. As it's Lynch down low. Outside for Tucci. Last touch by the Eagles. The Mustangs will have an opportunity to hold for one shot if they want to.
Frustrating first half for Trumbull. Only 8 points so far. Toll defense heavy first half. I've been so impressed, both teams, with their defense.
Good look there. Polk was open for 3. Wisely holds on to it with 12 seconds left on the clock.
Very mature play there by Deja Polk.
As Parisi inside through contact, gets the bucket at the buzzer.
And that's why I said that's a mature play, Frank. They finally work it down low to Parisi, and she finishes with the buzzer beater.
It's an 11-8 lead of the Fairfield Warde Mustangs as defense is at a premium. And for more on that first half, let's go down to Chris Kutzo with head coach David Danko.
Coach, that was about as crazy as a half as we ever seen. Defensive slugfest. We've been saying it over the air all night. What do you have to do on the offensive end to pick it up, though?
They're sagging so much. We got to get movement. They're leaving some of our perimeter players open. We make some shots. It's going to open this up. Obviously, he's going to stay the course, and he likes games like this. He feels very comfortable right now, and I don't mind because, we're forcing them into bad shots. We're forcing them into travels. I think we have a good matchup right here. It's going to be a battle on the defensive end. It's going to be a chess match. On my end, offensively, we need to get better movement. We need, which will open our bigs, a high-low. They run and jump. So there's things that we could do better to get more movement. We battled. We got the lead. That's a positive right now.
Excellent. Good first half. We'll catch you in the second half, Coach. Good luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Chris. And Kevin, 2 quarters in a row. Trumbull scores on the opening possession. They were able to get a bucket with 30 seconds left in the first. They went the final 7 minutes, 40 seconds scoreless in the second.
Listen, coming into this game, I did not think the score was going to be 11-8. Both these offenses are so good. I thought they were going to score more, but how about the defense from both sides? Excellent start to this matchup. It's going to be close throughout the finish.
11-8. You are reading the scoreboard right. The Warde Mustangs on top after 1 half of play. Let's go back to our Shelton studio. The HAN's Kate Chaplensky has got an in-game news update.
I'm Kate Chaplensky, and this is your in-game news update on the HAN Network, bringing you the latest local news on Tuesday, February 21st. A 22-year-old New Haven man was arrested after leading police on a high-speed chase through several towns early Monday morning in a stolen vehicle. After they caught him, police charged Emilio Davila with reckless driving, engaging police in pursuit, as well as driving without a license, larceny, and reckless endangerment. According to state police, a trooper clocked Davila speeding on I-95 at about 12:30 in the morning near exit 41. The trooper said Davila was driving a tan Honda Civic at about 90 miles per hour. Davila reportedly did not pull over for the officer and instead sped up to 106 miles per hour before driving onto the Route 15 connector and then onto Route 15 southbound. Another officer put spike strips at the southbound exit 49 ramp on 15, and Davila hit the stop sticks with the car's passenger side front tire. Still, the driver continued to lead troopers on a chase. He exited Route 15 at exit 48 and continued south on Main Street in Trumbull and then into Bridgeport. He took a left onto Oxford Street in Bridgeport and stopped at the dead end. He finally gave up to police without incident and was handcuffed by a Trumbull officer before being turned over to state police. Police say that Davila admitted to stealing the car in Middletown just 4 days earlier. And in other news, a training session and demonstration on how to acquire and administer Narcan and discuss legislative efforts and other resources to combat the opioid crisis will be held on Tuesday, March 7th from 6 to 8 at the South Norwalk Library on Washington Street. The event, hosted by State Representative Gail Lavielle, Fred Wilms, and Terry Wood, is sponsored by the Human Services Council and Silver Hill Hospital. Free Narcan kits will be distributed courtesy of Silver Hill Hospital, and that event is open to the public. Ridgefield parents continue to push for later start times at Ridgefield High School. A few parents at Monday night's Board of Education meeting said they're tired of hearing board members say they support later start times at Ridgefield High, only to hide behind budgetary constraints as an excuse for inactivity. Parent Gigi Christel told the board, if wellness of body and mind is truly one of your commitments, then you cannot make excuses. Dozens of others have spoken at previous meetings, advocating to make the change a top priority for district administrators. In the meeting's opening budget presentation, Superintendent Dr. Karen Baldwin did not include later start times as part of her plan, but you can read more on that story at theridgefieldpress.com. And Save the Children, based in Fairfield, today announced that lifelong educator Dr. Jill Biden has been elected chair of the Board of Trustees in the U.S. Dr. Biden will succeed Ann Mulcahy, former CEO of Xerox, who has served as chair since 2010. For the past 8 years, Dr. Biden served as the Second Lady of the United States, while also continuing to teach as a full-time English professor at Northern Virginia Community College. According to Save the Children, Dr. Biden has been a role model and a prominent voice on advancing the status of women and girls globally, especially as it relates to education. During her White House tenure, she traveled to nearly 40 countries, visiting almost every region of the world. Dr. Biden and Carolyn Miles recently visited Save the Children programming in Linden, Tennessee. But that does it for your in-game update on the HAN Network. For the latest news, sports, and more, watch Coffee Break weekdays at 11. This update was brought to you by Mr. Handyman of Connecticut.
On time, done
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for
HandymanCD.com.
We told Dad he could have his office back if he sold 150 cars last month.
Deal's a deal.
Well, Dad, you did it. You get your office back.
Forget it. I'm having too much fun down here. My new goal, 160 cars. Wow. Folks, if you ever wanted a great price on a new Nissan, now is the time.
Right now, lease a 2017 Altima 2.5S for only $99 a month.
Isn't it time you got Millerized?
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
Want a new experience in car buying? Skep Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, skepchryslerjeep.com or skepdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands at the President's Day event and Ram Truck Month, now through February 28th.
Back on the HAN Network, let's go down courtside. Chris Kutzo with head coach Steve Tobish. Chris.
Coach, quite a half there. But what do you got to do on the offensive end to pick it up?
I think we got to just take a deep breath and slow ourselves down a little bit and take care of the basketball. We're missing scoring opportunities because we're rushing, and we got to make sure we're moving the ball a little bit quicker against the zone.
Now a matchup of Shania Osborne and Claudia Tucci. How do you get Tucci going in this half?
I just think we need to pull her away from the basket a little bit and let her use her athleticism and her skills away from the basket.
All right, excellent. Good luck in the second half. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Coach. And I don't think this has happened all season. Claudia Tucci scoreless in the first half, let alone Trumbull not hitting double digits through the first 16 minutes of play.
You know what, Frank? She actually had some great looks in that first half. A couple spots from the elbow, a couple mid-range jumpers, just didn't fall, plain simple. Now the question is, can she come out in this second half and take things over and bring her Trumbull Eagles team to where we've seen them go during this regular season?
And, Chris, it wasn't as much what we saw in that first game where it was really sloppy. There were loose balls, bodies diving on the floor, a lot of turnovers. It was just a testament to great defense, and there's no other way to describe it. Great defense from both teams in that first half.
No, absolutely, Frank. I agree with you 100%. This is 2 teams here that are predicated on their defense. The 2-3 defense in Trumbull that we've seen all season long that's been so successful. And like you said with Ward, they are doing a great job of implementing that 1-3-1, trying to get it down low to Shania Osborne. We'll see if they can pick it up again in the second half.
Osborne had 2 points. Osborne had 4 points as McGuire comes away with a steal, and the Eagles on the board right away to start the second half. It's a story we've seen before, though, Kevin. They scored in the first 20 seconds of each quarter so far.
But that's a good start, though. That can ignite an offense, a steal like that.
Krasniqi inside. Do they get it? Yes. Basket and the foul.
Taking it baseline right past Taylor Brown and Claudia Tucci. Great move inside and gets the bucket.
And the foul is on Tucci, her second. As Ileana Krasniqi becomes the first scorer to hit 5 points. Ward 2 of 5 from the free throw line. Trumbull yet to attempt a free throw as Tucci's mid-range jumper is off.
And again, a good look from Claudia Tucci. Shots are just not falling right now.
Here is Polk up top, trying to go down low to Osborne. Trying to go down low to Krasniqi, and it's tipped away by Taylor Brown. That's where I think Trumbull's been at its best, denying the pass to the post, as active hands have not allowed anything inside.
Shania Osborne, big presence down low. Claudia Tucci doing a nice job, an easy call by the referee.
As they get Parisi for a carry, and Taylor Brown and Tucci have done a tremendous job individually, but it's the help defense, Kevin, when those passes go inside, that is what impressed me the most in that first half.
And both teams are doing the help defense. You see it right now. Here comes Shania Osborne and Claudia Tucci, but a beautiful move inside.
And it's just, Chris, it's just like Coach Tobish said, get her the ball further out, let her use that athleticism to create space.
She's definitely an athlete, Frank. She can definitely get all sorts of looks and create shots for herself. So we'll see if she can exploit this Warde defense.
As inside, Parisi couldn't get it to go, but good ball movement there from the Mustangs, able to penetrate through the zone.
Really nice ball movement here, leaving Victoria Ray wide open.
And she knocks down the two.
Miscommunication there from Fairfield Warde, leaving Victoria Ray with a wide open jump shot.
Not most known for her shooting, but she'll knock it down if you give her time and space. As Polk up top, tied at 14, 5:50 remaining in the third. As they try to go inside to Osborne, no good, and Christina Krasniqi takes a body check, that time from Julia Keckler.
How about that? She gets right back up. You got to give her credit for that. It's going to get physical in the second half, Frank. It's a semifinals. There's already one team who punched their ticket. These two teams want to get there.
Christina inside, draws another foul. She's going to go to the line to shoot two here. Aggressive take from the sophomore.
The sophomore having a really impressive year. And Coach Danko has to be thrilled that he gets to work with her for another 2 years. She continues to grow as a basketball player at this varsity level.
She's off on the first free throw.
You see her older sister, Ileana, giving her some motivation here for her second.
No good there, but Ileana able to clean up the rebound for her younger sister.
Great offensive rebound there.
Cross-court pass. McGuire got a hand on it, and Parisi able to control and reset as Polk wisely slows things down.
Very mature there by Polk.
They're trying to get it inside, but Osborne has been cut off.
Deja's just going to let this Trumbull defense come at her before giving the ball away.
And they set up that play beautifully. Polk's shot might have been partially blocked, though. Could hear Coach Danko calling overload. Brought everyone to that left side in a little give and go play, but they just couldn't get it off quick enough.
Couldn't get the jump shot off. Good idea by the Mustangs.
As Ray down to Tucci, up through contact, no good, has her own rebound. Blocked the second time, Parisi with it. As the Trumbull student section unhappy with that, wanting a call for a foul as Polk gets small and works her way through traffic. Down low, Parisi had it blocked from behind by Brown, another turnover.
Great defense from Taylor Brown. How about the look inside by Deja? Great defense again from Trumbull.
Keckler give and go with Ray for three.
That's a big three-pointer there for Trumbull. A three like that from Keckler could ignite this Trumbull Eagles offense. You see Coach Tobish telling the Eagles to stay low.
Osborne inside, denied by Brown.
Give your day a jumpstart with the latest news, sports, weather, and more on Coffee Break, live on the HAN Network, weekdays at 11 a.m. Connecticut news doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break.
Back at Fairfield Ludlow inside the gymnasium, it's the FCIAC semifinals for girls basketball. Let's go across the court. Chris Kutzo was inside the huddles during that timeout. Chris.
Frank, for Fairfield Warde, it definitely was offensive rebounding. They struggled to rebound the basketball there on the defensive end. Just now with Trumbull getting a couple offensive rebounds on that series. But definitely moving the ball around is going to be Trumbull's game plan because they want to get their shooters open because we've seen them knock down the jump shots that they need to pull ahead in this one, Frank.
Krasniqi steps into a three, no good. Got the look they wanted, though. Thank you, Chris.
Ooh. Almost backcourt there and almost a double dribble. Trumbull catching two good breaks.
Pass down to Brown, back up to Ray. Lynch going to the baseline. For Pagliaro through contact, no good, and Osborne's got that rebound. Was able to slow it down and find Deja Polk.
Nice rebound there by Shania Osborne.
And Chris is right, they really did get killed that last possession. 2 3-pointers that came off of offensive rebounds as they get it inside to Osborne. She's able to get on the board here in the second half. Huge pass from the senior, Ileana Krasniqi.
And that's why Trumbull has been keeping an eye on her, but she finds a way to get open and get a big bucket for the Mustangs.
And now Coach Tobish wants to take a timeout. 1:12 remaining. It's 20-16. The number 1 seed Trumbull Eagles on top. We'll step aside and be right back after this on the HAN Network.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Recently renovated and home to one of Connecticut's largest indoor turf fields, InSports is a multi-sport recreation center providing state-of-the-art facilities for league play, camps, and youth programs. Sign your child up now for InSports Future Stars Basketball Academy, teaching skills on the basketball court for boys and girls ages 5 through 9. Visit InSportsCenters.com for more information on this 7-week program. And for adults, spots are also still available for our men's 30 and over and 40 and over leagues. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Back on the HAN Network, we're at Ludlow. It's the 2017 Girls Basketball FCIAC Championship. The defending conference champion, Stanford Black Knights, knocked off the Richfield Tigers 59-52 in game number 1. It was 11-8 at the end of the first half between Fairfield Warde and Trumbull. But the offense is starting to find their identity a little bit here in the second half as Brown, close to traveling, turned it over. Up ahead, Polk going to go to the rack for the lay-in, gets the roll and the bucket.
That's a big steal and a big bucket for the Mustangs coming after a timeout called by Trumbull. Victoria Ray looking to take things over here, run the offense for the Eagles.
Stepping on the line, Tucci's out of bounds. Wanted the foul, but Parisi not called.
Tucci obviously frustrated. It's been a frustrating night for her. But a great defense by the Mustangs to force her to go baseline and step out of bounds.
So 35 seconds remaining. The Mustangs trailing by 2. As Coach Danko calling out orders here. 20 seconds remaining. They want to get the right look. Hopefully take this game tied into the fourth quarter.
Really smart here.
Parisi inside, no good. She's got her own rebound. Out for Ofiero, open for 3. Count it!
What a big three-pointer. Trumbull's got to move it.
Ray at the buzzer! Yeah!
What a buzzer beater. Victoria Ray.
Ow.
Jim ignites.
How about that?
What a finish. In a game that couldn't find any offense, we get 6 points in the final 6 seconds. Trumbull 23. Fairfield Warde 21, and the Eagles get the rock to start the fourth right after this on the HAN Network.
fresh start to the new year by shaking up your meal routine. Walter Stewart's Market is your local source for a delicious selection of fresh and convenient salad shakers, like Southwest salad with chicken, Cobb with organic chicken, Power Vegan with fruit and quinoa, Greek salad with tabbouleh, and grilled shrimp with hominy. Grab one from our salad case or order from our deli today. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
Back on the HA Network, it is a 23-21 Trumbull lead. Chris Kutzo is courtside, and he's joined with a very special guest. He is the commissioner of the FCIAC, as Dave Schultz. Chris, take it away.
FCIAC commissioner and former Ludlow AD Dave Schultz, how you doing tonight?
Doing well, thank you. It's a good doubleheader for our semis here.
Absolutely. Now, the last game, what did you think about Stanford advancing to the finals?
Well, Stanford's very talented. They were at full strength tonight, and they got a 17-point lead. But I was so impressed with Richfield. Undersized, but never quit, and almost came back. Cut it to 4, but almost got them.
Yeah, definitely. Now, your thoughts on this game?
Well, they both were kind of a little struggle playing against the zone, both teams, and weren't getting very many good scoring opportunities. And it seems like it opened up at the end of the third quarter there, so it was 5-5 at the quarter.
Now, historically, we've seen some really good basketball in the FCIAC. How do you think those will stack up against conferences like the SEC, the CSC, and all those other conferences?
I think these two teams and Stanford have some size, and that gives them a good advantage. And both teams can shoot the ball, so I think they can play probably with most of the teams in the state.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dave. We're going to see you later, all right?
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Commissioner.
Always nice to hear from Dave.
It's his first year, doing a great job with the conference. They had a lot of success in the fall. That success continuing early in the winter season. We saw Danbury picking up the Class XL Wrestling Championship earlier this week. Had 9 individual champions. As Parisi inside here, up off the glass, no good. The rebound, battled for Osborne, comes away with it. Goes up through contact and gets the bucket. Strong play from the senior inside, Kev.
Wow. Talk about hustle points there. What an offensive board by Shania Osborne. Prime example of someone who doesn't give up.
I think everybody in the gym, both sides, wanted a foul calls. A 3 at the other end, no good. I love the officials letting them play down low. They're battling in the paint right now.
We saw in the first semifinal, the referee's going to let them play. It's good to see them doing that here in this semifinal.
As a turnover here, Parisi couldn't catch the pass from Polk. McGuire up off the glass, no good. Osborne the rebound, had it taken away. Now a battle on the floor and a jump ball called. (23-23), 6:29 remaining. Number 1, Trumbull. Their only loss this season back on February 10th against the Fairfield Warde Mustangs. It was a 54-53 win. As Krasniqi down to Ofiero in the corner, and the Trumbull defense now starting to tighten up and really play up against the body.
Listen, both teams are going to tighten up defensively. It's gonna start getting real intense.
Down low, Parisi's open, off the glass, got it.
What a pretty look inside by Deja Polk.
Well done walking the baseline, got behind the defense as the zone fell asleep. Tucci wants a 3 in the corner, yes!
And there it is, the captain finally igniting a spark, a big 3 in the corner to put Trumbull up 1.
And now an offensive foul down low. They got Osborne as Tucci hit the deck.
That's her 3rd foul. Coach Danko not happy with the call.
So with a 1-point lead and 5:20 remaining, Ray hands off, and Brown will bring it up, if only to pass it back to the senior captain, Victoria Ray. Kicked over to the wing, 10 feet outside. Ray, no good. Keckler the rebound, and they'll slow it down and reset up top.
How about Keckler tonight? She came to play, Frank. Getting a big offensive board for the Eagles.
Tucci inside, going towards the rack, backdoor pass, but it's out of bounds, and they're pointing towards Warde.
Fans unhappy. Look at Tobish. Beside himself.
Coach Tobish has lost the tie. He's tossed a couple of water bottles. The semifinals heating up here at Ludlow. 26-25 to score, 4:30 remaining. And a timeout taken by Coach Danko as they want to talk things over. We'll step aside as well. We'll be right back after this on the HAN Network.
Want a new experience in car buying? Skep Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, skepchryslerjeep.com or skepdodge.net to find the new Jeep. 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands at the President's Day event and Ram Truck Month, now through February 28th.
Back on the HAN Network, the struggle is real, and no one has seen it closer than Chris Kutzo as Coach Tobish a little frustrated on that sideline right now.
They're definitely very emphatic and are very passionate about coaching these teams, Frank. Himself and Warde coach Dave Danko.
Thank you, Chris. So 4:29 remaining, coming out of the timeout. Neither team in foul trouble yet. 3 against Trumbull, 2 against Warde.
And that's what's so impressive is that both teams have been so disciplined to not get in foul trouble. You look, both teams, Trumbull with 3 team fouls, Fairfield Warde with only 2.
And I like the patience we've seen from both teams as well as Chris Nietzsche open for 3, and it's good.
Great patience is right, Frank. Moving the ball around, finding the holes. Clutch 3-pointer by the senior captain.
As now the Eagles taking their time and making sure everyone's in the right spot. Right down to Tucci. As Polk expands with the zone. Brown back over to Ray. 3:30 remaining on the clock. As they're denying Keckler the ball. She's been impressive here in this second half, but catches the pass inside. Kicked out to McGuire. She wants a 3 as she answers right back.
Both teams trading 3 for 3s right now. Big 3-pointer by McGuire. Gets the Trumbull crowd up and at him.
As the double team comes immediately. Jump ball, and it's going back to Trumbull. They read that beautifully, Kevin, as the lofted pass reached Parisi, and there were 2 Eagles waiting to tie her up.
Trumbull now has to look for their best shot. No low percentage shots here.
Tucci to the baseline. Looks to go to the corner, but it's taken away off the errant pass.
If you're Deja Polk, don't force anything right now.
As going down low for Osborne, and she hits the deck. And is slow to get up. Remember, missed a good chunk of the season early on with that knee injury. I'm happy to see her back on her feet. 3rd foul against Tucci, and the 4th foul on the Eagles.
And there's that battle down low. Osborne versus Tucci.
As they are able to get it into Polk. And a push called here on Keckler. Her 3rd foul, team's 5th. So the Eagles getting close to the penalty now with 2:47 remaining.
If you're Fairfield Warde, you got to try and get to the hoop and get fouled. Trumbull with 5 team fouls. They'd love to get to the bonus and get 1-on-1 opportunities here with 2:40 remaining.
The Mustangs have struggled from the free throw line, though, just 2 for 7 tonight. The Eagles yet to attempt a free throw. As Polk working off the pick, going into the rain. No good. Krasniqi the rebound, and she draws the foul inside.
She's been excellent down low tonight, Frank. Right there to get that second chance opportunity, and she gets a trip to the line.
It is the fourth foul on Tucci. Krasniqi shooting 2 after this. The Mustangs are in the bonus. They'll have 1-on-1 opportunities. No good. One of 2 at the line. Let's go courtside. Chris.
Frank, one note on Shania Osborne. We got to be careful with her ACL. She's even lucky to be playing out here. But if you notice, she's playing with a gauze on her wrist. So she's taped that up. That's been bothersome for her as well. So you're definitely going to have to keep an eye on her.
Definitely something. A minute remaining. It is tied at 29. The Mustangs control. As Keckler thought about coming out to pressure, and Coach Tobish okay with where we're at. "30 seconds on the clock. Neither team showing any signs of showing their hand.
If I'm Victoria Ray, I got to get up on Deja Polk here.
Down to 15. Coach Tobish saying, stay back, stay back. We're under 10. Now down to 5. What's Polk going to do? Give and go. Trying to work around Trumbull. Got to get something up. We're going to overtime.
Wow, great defense by Trumbull there. Miscommunication with Polk and the rest of her teammates. Just couldn't get a shot off.
Through 32 minutes of play, it is 29-29. Let's step aside quickly. We'll have the first 4-minute overtime for you right after this. It's the FCIAC Championship semifinal number 2 on the HAN Network.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN Network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Back on the HAN Network, it's tied at 29, heading into the first overtime. Trumbull and Fairfield Warde in the second semifinal. The winner gets the Stanford Black Knights, defending conference champions. Chris will be shooting 1-and-1s moving forward, but what do you expect from both teams heading into this overtime period?
Like the storyline all game, it's been defense. These teams are not giving an inch, and it's just been fun to watch.
So 4-minute periods. Will play as many as necessary until one team wins. As the opening tick, control, jump ball, and we're going to do it again.
Just comes to show how badly both these teams want it. You had a feeling one of these games was going to take OT.
This time Osborne controls quickly over to Polk, as the Mustangs will have the first possession.
4-minute overtimes. Here comes the double team.
Good job by Osborne to control. Here's Parisi. Thought about pulling up in the mid-range, instead retreats to Polk. Tried to force one down low, and it's taken away. Here's Taylor Brown.
And that's Claudia Tucci on the steal there. Gets that poke in there. Big stop for the Trumbull Eagles early on in OT.
And Coach Tobish going to take a timeout. We'll stay here through it. It was 5-5 at the end of the first, 11-8 at halftime. And then we saw some fireworks here in the second half.
Well, Frank, something that you and I just touched upon, the free throws. That's something that you come down to. We've seen both teams go to the line, miss a few free throws. You know, that could haunt you, and it has haunt teams.
Actually, and Ward is 3 for 9 at the free throw line.
Oof.
Trumbull has yet to attempt a free throw. Now, the next foul, they're in the penalty or into the bonus. They'll shoot 1-on-1s, but that's crazy to think about. Claudia Tucci got going a little bit, 5 points in the second half. We saw some huge three-pointers from the Eagles in the second half. Give the Mustangs a lot of credit, though. They trail by as much as 6 here in the second half and were able to fight their way back to even.
But you look at that stat, 3 for 9 from the line. Think about if they're 4 for 9, 5 for 9. It's a different story here. So this is what it comes down to. You know, late in the game, got to hit your free throws. And you see Christina Krasniqi still on the bench for the Mustangs.
And if we've said it once, we've said it 100 times this season, Chris. Make your free throws.
Frankie free throws. That's been the motto all season.
So here we go. The Trumbull Eagles with 3:20 remaining. They're going to take a lead in this overtime period. As a full cross pass. Good movement from Ray. Taylor Brown up top. That one's short, and another offensive rebound as it's Keckler. Who else?
Keckler again. I've been so impressed by her play tonight. Good offensive rebound. Smart idea to restart this offense.
Here's her Keckler for 3, no good, and now Deja Polk able to control the board. Working on Keckler, gains half court, and now we'll slow it down at the request of Coach Danko.
Great defense by Keckler. There she is. Quick feet, fast hands.
And it's become very obvious to see that the Trumbull defense will give Polk space up top, but when anyone else touches the rock, they are going full pressure on them.
And listen, Frank, in this overtime, especially in this type of game, whoever scores here gets the big opportunity. Just depends on who wants to finish.
Parisi, mid-range jumper, in and out. Rebound, Ilya Krasniqi. Parisi had it, and Krasniqi comes up with it again.
Slow it down if you're Deja Polk. Smart move here.
Working on Keckler, into the rack, runner, no good. Taylor Brown the rebound. Under 2 minutes in the overtime period.
Look for Taylor Brown off a screen in the corner. They're going to work this ball around. Watch from McGuire down low to set a screen.
Polk took it away. Can she save it? No, Ray's on it. Rolling around, and a jump ball will go to Trumbull.
No quit, Frank. No quit between these two teams. What an amazing performance from both sides.
A minute 36 remaining. Here's Ray up top. Ofiero guarding her tightly. And a 5-second violation called.
Great defense there. Ofiero. Even though she's sitting on 3 fouls. Great defense.
And Chris, Coach Tobish thought he got the timeout in, but you could see the sideline official by the bench is saying no way.
That was definitely the case, just like in the Stanford game with Richfield when they were crawling their way back, when Diane Burns thought she had the timeout too, but didn't get it.
And you can see Coach Danko, Kev, immediately telling the officials, I'm going to have a timeout ready. Something to be aware of.
And it's like you see in football too. Getting ready to ice the kicker. There he is. Once they start double teaming, he's going to call it right away.
As they go down low, Parisi, it's blocked! And the foul!
Taylor Brown got her.
It will be 2 shots with 55 seconds remaining.
Here comes the crowd. Clutch. Wow. Clutch. Frank, I told you, whoever scores first has the automatic advantage just because of how both defenses are playing tonight.
Guys, this gym is deafening.
No good. Rebound tipped around. Tucci on it. Battle for it, and a jump ball ruled. It goes to Ward. Kevin, I stand corrected. They're going to say Trumbull got a timeout in.
Coach Danko furious at the referees right now. You see his assistant coach is holding him back. Again, I mentioned it in the Richfield-Stanford game. If you're a head coach in these certain situations, you got to keep your cool. Keep your cool. You can cost your team the game. Referees don't have patience like this. Danko has to be careful. Has to be careful.
And the Trumbull section is calling for that technical. The student section wants it.
And the last thing a coach wants to do is cost his team a technical, send the other team to the free throw line, and they get the ball back as well. Crucial moment for both squads. Both coaches need to keep their cool. Players as well. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. And again, Frank, we could have asked for a better game tonight. We saw a great first game. And this second one, living up to, and you're going to see Fairfield Warde play back here, no press.
And if you're Trumbull trailing by 1, what's the strategy here with 55 seconds? How quickly do you try to get a shot off, Kevin?
Not quickly. You're down by 1. If you're down 3, it's a different story. Work the ball around. Here comes the man-to-man. Take care of the ball.
Remember, the next foul, Trumbull's at the line shooting 1-on-1, so they have to be very careful on defense. Brown wisely thought better of that shot. Pulls up in the mid-range, no good. And an offensive foul. It's on Tucci. That's her 5th.
That's it for her. Looked like that might have been over the back.
34 seconds now. How quickly do you have to foul, Kevin?
Well, here's the thing. You can let Fairfield Warde inbound the ball and maybe run, but you can't foul just yet. You're only down 1. If you're down 3 or more, that's when you foul right away. Just like all they had to do was work the ball inside and get a good shot down low. They didn't need to force a jump shot.
I thought Taylor Brown had a good look at it, though. Beat her man off the dribble, got her up in the air. Of course, I'm sorry, it's a 1-and-1 opportunity still, so. And they're going to say Parisi's at the line. She was just that shooter who went 1 for 2. Most importantly, you got to make the front end.
You do. This is an important free throw here. A lot of time on the clock.
In and out, tipped around. Krasniqi the rebound. And Polk's got it up top. Crossed over Keckler, around Ray. And what's the call here? Is it a timeout? That is the case.
Timeout
with 29
taken by
seconds.
Coach Danko.
We're going to step aside shortly. We'll be back with the rest of overtime right after this.
Get a fresh start to the new year by shaking up your meal routine. Walter Stewart's Market is your local source for a delicious selection of fresh and convenient salad shakers, like Southwest salad with chicken, Cobb with organic chicken, Power Vegan with fruit and quinoa, Greek salad with tabbouleh, and grilled shrimp with hominy. Grab one from our salad case or order from our deli today. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
Back in Fairfield Ludlow's Gymnasium. It is a 30-29 Fairfield Warde lead over the number 1 Trumbull Eagles with 29 seconds remaining here in overtime number 1. Parisi just missed the front end of a 1-and-1 opportunity. Ilyana Krasniqi, the rebound, got it out to Polk, and Coach Danko able to get a timeout in.
And now we're going to see if Trumbull fouls at all. Tight defense from Trumbull right now. Be aware of that 5-second rule, too.
As Polk trying to shake free. Looking for help, and she's got it. Here comes the trap. Dribbles her way all the way to the left side, and the foul called on Lynch. Again, Tucci fouled out just 10 seconds ago, right before Parisi missed those free throws.
Ray about to check back in for the Trumbull Eagles.
Polk was 0 for 2 with the line tonight. She missed the first 2 attempts back in the first quarter. But no bigger free throws in the senior's career than right now, with 25 seconds remaining in overtime. Gets it.
Clutch free throw.
A 2-point lead. And moving forward, the Mustangs will shoot 2 in the double bonus.
And then she gets the shooter's bounce.
The truth, man. Ball don't lie, Kev. 32-29 with 20 seconds to go.
Trumbull has the shooters. Look for Taylor Brown.
And Coach Tobish taking a timeout with 14 seconds left, and a good timeout there. Need to draw up that one play, and still with 14 seconds, you don't need a 3 right now. But if you're going for 2, it's got to be a quick bucket.
It is, and it has to be a high percentage shot too. No mid-range jumper, don't force anything, but on this type of play, I'm sure he's drawn up a certain play to try and get Taylor Brown open. She's deadly from 3-point. I'm sure that's something he's going over in the huddle right now.
If a possession goes a little too long, maybe it's down around 8 or 7 seconds, do you see Coach Danko possibly fouling, sending Trumbull to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity, not being able to make up the 3?
You could. Coaches do that. We have seen that in the past. It's not a bad idea. Question is, will he want to do that? 14 seconds left. They hit the 1-and-1. Now they're down 1. Then they foul. A lot can happen, Frank.
A lot can happen in 5 seconds of basketball, let alone 3. And we're looking at 14 right now. I think coaches in those situations, when you want to foul up by 3, only give them 2. It's a lot of faith in your free throw shooters. No disrespect to Fairfield Warde right now. They're under 50% from the line tonight.
And that's why, that might not be a bad idea, but he may let Trumbull try and get this tie.
McGuire's got it open. Look at 3. No good. Brown now on the second attempt. It counts!
Wow! There it is, Frank. I told you. Look for her to hit that 3. She did. What a big 3-pointer. Now Coach Danko is going to try and ask for more time on the clock.
They're having a discussion about the clock. It's the first Trumbull basket of overtime. That student section erupted, Chris.
This whole gym, Frank and Kevin, is in utter delirium. That's all.
And it's Frank. It's really only fitting that these two teams are locked in at the end of the first overtime here. What a game. What a game.
It was Trumbull's only loss in the regular season. They were separated by 1 point, and from the reactions over on the Trumbull sideline, we might be seeing some time put back on the clock. 4 seconds to be exact.
Wow. I thought it was at least 2.
I might have given him 3.4. I'm just nitpicking now. I would have left it at 1 and played a whole nother overtime.
Listen, Frank, I'm ready to keep going if you are.
Oh, man.
I think a lot of the fans here, and I'm sure the viewers at home who are being treated to a great game, would love to sit back and watch another overtime. But this is 4 seconds is a lot of time If you're Trumbull, do not foul. I repeat, do not foul. Let them go by you.
For Warde, you need to be very, very careful not to turn this over and give Trumbull a look.
5-second rule is in place.
We'll see what Coach Danko's drawn up. 4 seconds on the clock, and Polk's got it. Mishandled for a second. Had to take it away. McGuire at the buzzer, no good.
Oh, man.
Coach Danko was looking to call timeout. He had no idea what happened. 32-32. Let's go to overtime number 2. We'll have it for you right after this on the HAN Network.
Want a new experience in car buying? Skep Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, skepchryslerjeep.com or skepdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands at the President's Day event and Ram Truck Month, now through February 28th.
Back on the HAN Network. Frank Granito, Kevin Coleman, Chris Kutzo across the way. It's 32-32 heading to overtime number 2. Couple of things to keep in mind moving forward. Shania Osborne, 3 fouls. Julie Keckler, 3 fouls. Claudia Tucci, out. Has fouled out, Kevin. Warde is in the double bonus, shooting 2. Trumbull in the bonus, shooting 1-and-1s. Chris, you were inside the Fairfield Warde huddle. What's Coach Danko's message?
He just wants to grind it out, and he wants to get to the basket because he knows that the ultimate X factor in this game will be Shania Osborne. And as Coach Tom DeMarzo put it the other day, there's not anybody in the FCIAC that can guard her.
Thank you, Chris. You called Taylor Brown. Who do you like in this quarter?
Frank, if you were to pick one, you better get a lottery ticket tonight. What a matchup between these two teams. I love how the fight between both of them, no team wants to go down. So impressed.
It's another 4-minute quarter, and as we mentioned, we'll play as many as necessary till someone has the lead at the end. And with 4 minutes here, I really want to see Warde have a patient possession. And do your best to get a shot. Try and get Shania Osborne a touch, who hasn't seen the ball since the end of regulation.
And that's what they're doing right now. Very close there. Don't force anything.
Oh, Fierro for 3. No good. Osborne's got the rebound.
Wow.
Krasniqi in the mid-range. No, and the rebound goes to Brady Ann Lynch. Not a bad possession, though.
Not a bad possession at all. Some good looks inside. Good stop by Trumbull. Now we'll see if they stay patient as well.
Lynch up top. Here's Keckler, who's been one of the standouts tonight. Working on Polk. Poked away. And Ray able to come up with it. Huge play from the senior, and Coach Tobish wants to take a timeout with 2:40 to go. We'll take it as well. We'll be right back with more overtime action after this on the HAN Network.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Back at Fairfield Ludlow, and this just the beginning. We've got girls semifinals in hockey tomorrow night. The FCIAC Championship in girls basketball on Thursday. Who's Stanford taking on? Will it be a rematch of last year, or do they get the #1 Trumbull Eagles? Friday, we let you catch your breath. 7 games for you on Saturday. 4 basketball quarterfinals for the boys, the girls FCIAC Championship in hockey, and 2 quarterfinal matchup from the boys' side.
What a week it's going to be for the HAN Network. A lot of fans around the county, around the state, and maybe even around the country get a treat this week. Some great games like the one we're seeing right now.
Brown's open in the corner. Three-pointer. No good. Osborne the rebound. Looking for her senior captain poke. And Deja's got it now with 2:10 to play.
Very clutch rebound there. Trumbull fortunate enough they have Lynch down low, doing a great job guarding Shania Osborne.
Ofiero's got an open look. Too strong. Battle for the rebound, and Brown's got it. Poke coming up from behind, and it's taken away.
Slow it up if you're Fairfield Warde.
Parisi to Osborne. Give and go inside. Yes.
Oh, what a play. Shania Osborne with the dish. Big bucket for Warde.
It all starts at the other end. The senior captain coming up with a steal. Ofiero, and she's called for a foul.
She may have gotten the body there before the ball. And Christina Crudizzi, we haven't seen her in a while, comes back into the game.
Taylor Brown heading to the line, trailing by 2. She hit the clutch 3. Back in that first overtime to tie it up. It's a 1-and-1 opportunity, and she gets the first.
Wow. That perfectly describes this game tonight, Frank.
Oh, baby. 2 for 2.
Clutch. Very clutch free throws there.
First 2 free throws of the night for the Eagles.
Take care of the basketball here.
Good job getting up court. Christina Krasniqi, a name we haven't called in a while. She's back on the floor to replace Ofiera. Tied up at 34, trying to force it down low. Osborne somehow got it twice. Battled for, and it's going to stay with the Mustangs. That might have been the riskiest play of the night. Trying to force that one in there.
What a battle down low. Shania Osborne, got to give her a ton of credit. Second chance opportunities for her tonight, been outstanding.
She has taken a beating down low when they've gotten it to her in the paint. No exception there. 1:03 remaining. Coach Danko takes a timeout. We'll take it as well and check in with Chris when we get back. Back on the HAN Network, your home for FCIAC Sports. If you're enjoying this game, download the HAN Network app, available in the Apple and Google store right now, so you can see plenty more high school action like this. And for the best sideline man in the biz, we go to Chris Kutzo near the Fairfield Warde bench.
I'm flattered, Frank, but the plan for Fairfield Warde coming out of this timeout, it's going to be to set a screen on the elbow so that we can get a three-point shot on the wing, or move it around the perimeter and try and get it down low to their big man, Shania Osborne.
Thank you, Chris. And I'm surprised we have not seen anything drawn up for Ileana Krasniqi as she actually takes this inbound. Kicked outside. Here's Christina Krasniqi, wide open, didn't want to take it.
Wow.
Under a minute. Here's Polk up top.
But then
again, slow it down.
A good idea, smart idea from her, slow it down. The worst thing you want to do is chuck up a three and miss it.
That one dribbled off Ashling's foot. As the double team went right to Krasniqi, and she hadn't been in for a while, Kev. I don't know if she was ready for that the same way Ofiera might have been, as Coach Tobish thought that would be a Trumbull possession, but I thought it was pretty clear from where we were sitting.
Ofiera checking back in for Krasniqi.
30 seconds left. Similar situation we saw at the end of regulation as Parisi up top. Hands back off to Polk. All the way around the left wing, and she'll reset back with 15 to play.
Coach Tobish See if he wants to let them shoot this. 10 seconds.
Parisi to the rack, off the glass. It was in and out. Osborne the rebound. They battle for it, a jump ball, and it's going to Trumbull with 4.9 seconds.
Unbelievable.
Buckets of delicacy in this part of the conference. The Ludlow Rims having none of it tonight as that one halfway down and bounces back out. Let's go over to Chris Kutzo down courtside. Chris.
The comment pregame from Coach Danko was, these are the thinnest rims in the FCIAC. This ball is going to be bouncing around like a ping pong. Back to you.
Thank you, Chris. And he could not have been more spot on. 4.9 seconds left. They'll have to go the entire length of the court. Does the ball find the hands of Taylor Brown on this possession?
That's what they're going to have to look to. But now they have to start under the basket. Now keep in mind, the inbounder can go up and down the baseline all she wants. So she has that advantage. Will they try and go for the home run ball? Sometimes we see that. Depends on what Trumbull draws up here. Well, Fairfield Warde has to play press here. They can't let Trumbull dribble up the court.
Please ask them not to foul.
That's another thing
you don't want
can't do.
You don't want to see it go that way here. As it'll be Victoria Ray to inbound. In trouble and finds Ashling. Working up ahead. Pulls up from well behind the arc. Off the rim, no good. Let's play a third overtime. 34-34. We head to period number 7 on the HA Network. We'll be right back after this.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back on the HAN Network, Frank Granito, Kevin Coleman, and Chris Kutzo, who was joined with head coach Dave Danko during the first semifinal. He's been pretty accurate with everything he said today, Chris.
He really has. He's been spot on, and he's about as brilliant as basketball mind as any of the coach in the FCIAC, just like his counterpart, Steve Tobich. They've both done a brilliant job here, and I think they're both going to have a cardiac arrest out of this game.
The third overtime starts with Trumbull getting the first possession as they win the tip. Only one Eagle has scored in the extra frames. That's Taylor Brown. As Polk called for the hand check.
Good defense, though, by Deja. But now we'll see Trumbull go to the line.
Keckler shooting 1-1. As the Eagles still one foul away from the double penalty, or double bonus. Good.
Clutch, man. Keckler, she's been a player tonight.
No good, and a rebound by Shania Osborne, so a 1-point lead for the Trumbull Eagles. And I'll throw a stat at you now we haven't mentioned yet. Deja Polk, the only girl in this game who has not subbed out yet.
Amazing. Just shows all the conditioning she does in the offseason. A good timeout. Oh, a jump ball.
Stays with Mustangs.
Thought Danko got that timeout in time.
doesn't hurt him. He's got it in his back pocket should he need it later on. But the possession arrow now back to Trumbull. As the later we get into this game, the more the Eagles coming out to pressure Deja Polk. .305 in the third overtime. Trumbull on top, 35-34.
Very smart here by Ward.
Taylor Brown, the steal.
Not right there, though. Good steal.
As Polk didn't get it far enough up, as Chris Nietzsche wanted to post up that time. And now they go over to Brown, putting it on the floor into the lane. Osborne rejected her, but it's stolen by Keckler before they can go back the other way. And Ray will slow it down.
Great job by Keckler. Big steal after what could have been a fast break opportunity for the Warde Mustangs.
Oh, Brown wants it on the wing. The student section's pointing at her. She's calling for it. Keckler behind the back, down low, and Osborne's got a steal. Danko wants a timeout, and he's got it.
Great call by Danko there.
2:19 remaining. Coach Tobish needs one of those substitution towels. Oh, man.
Yeah, these games really take a toll on head coaches, I tell you. You know, you look at both Danko and Tobish, you can see how much they care about their teams and their program, and it's only fitting that these two teams were now sitting at third overtime.
You want to know the story behind the towels for Trumbull? It's been their superstition all season. Every sub has actually taken
one more win to get to that FCIAC championship, and you talk about the toll this takes on the coaching staff, on the players. What I've enjoyed the most of this overtime is looking over at certain points in time and seeing Coach Danko, seeing Coach Tobish with a smile on their face, appreciating what's going on here and how special this really is right now, and what a game we have been treated to from both of these teams.
And at the end of the day, it's about having fun, right, Frank? This is what playing the FCIAC is all about. Playing sports, you're supposed to have fun. And I think everyone in this gym, including everyone at home watching this game, Frank, you and I are having a blast. Chris is over there, sideline reporting. One of the best basketball games in the FCIAC we have seen in a long time. And a bad turnover there.
Sails there, and it goes right back to Trumbull. The press getting in the mind of the Mustangs. Here's Taylor Brown over to Ray. There's Trumbull now in a position they have not been in overtime, playing with the lead.
And this is where they can't have any turnovers. Don't force anything.
Keckler up top, working on Ofiero. Ray on the wing. Back up top. Polk making sure not to foul. She applies pressure to Keckler. Down to 1:30, and Coach Tobish takes a timeout. We're going to take it as well. 1:32 remaining, 35-34 in favor of Trumbull. We'll be right back on the HAN Network after this.
We told Dad he could have his office back if he sold 150 cars last month.
Deal's a deal.
Well, Dad, you did it. You get your office back.
Forget it. I'm having too much fun down here. My new goal, 160 cars.
Wow.
Folks, if you ever wanted a great price on a new Nissan, now is the time.
Right now, lease a 2017 Altima 2.5S for only $99 a month.
Isn't it time you got Millerized?
Back on the HAN Network, 92 seconds separating the Trumbull Eagles right now from an FCIAC championship appearance against the Stanford Black Knights, who, despite it being a school night, were given permission to stay out and watch this one to the end.
And why not? You know, right now they're witnessing their opponent in the FCI championship game. They're going to do a little scouting report here, but Both these teams doing an excellent job.
Bill Bloxham breaking curfew. He's hanging out. The Richfield Tigers still here despite having lost in that first first semifinal tonight. We're in the third overtime of game number 2. As Brown has it up top now. Back to her left and hands off for McGuire. Victoria Ray with it, gets inside the paint.
Great job by Trumbull here. Killing a lot of clock.
Brown to the corner. Lynch going to spot up from 15 feet out, no good. Has her own rebound. And they're going to say it stays with the Eagles.
Off of Krasniqi.
.54 seconds left. Ray up top.
No need to foul just yet. Plenty of time.
If you do foul, you don't want it to be poked. She's playing with 3. She's done a great job switching with the weave. Ofiero inside, and now they call it.
And they almost had to at that point. Trumbull doing a great job. Give and goes back and forth.
Fourth foul on Polk. The 19th foul. So a 1-and-1 opportunity for Brown. As Fairfield Warde student section at the opposite end. Trying to make some noise. They do. Osborne the rebound. Great job boxing out by Ileana Krasniqi.
See if Danko decides to call a timeout here.
Down low, Krasniqi going to work, had it blocked, bouncing around, it's loose. Eagles have it and a foul called.
McGuire, what a defensive play.
Third foul on Krasniqi. 2 shots coming. It'll be Aisling McGuire.
Big free throws coming up here from McGuire.
No good on the first. Hits the second, does McGuire.
Big free throw. Fairfield Warde, plenty of time here.
Any foul against the Eagles, and it's 2 shots for the Mustangs. Trumbull has the rebound. They've got a foul. They don't get it. They don't get it. The Eagles are going to the FCIAC championship. They went down low to Osborne. The shot got blocked. Trumbull wins round 2. And what a thriller it was.
What an ending. Took us 3 overtimes to get there. What a performance from both teams. I have to give a lot of credit to Fairfield Warde. What a performance they put on. Outstanding game.
Final is 36-34. As Chris Kutzo looking for our HAN player of the game. And he is standing by with Taylor Brown, who we remember hit that huge 3-pointer at the end of the first overtime. Let's go down there now with Chris and Taylor. Chris.
Taylor, any thoughts on that game?
I thought it was a great game. I thought both teams competed it all the way to the end, and I just think both teams did awesome. And we just pulled this one away. We really wanted it, and I think it was just a great effort by both teams.
Quite a marathon, and you guys came out on top. What do you think about Stanford on Thursday night?
I think they're definitely going to be a great team, just like Ward, and we're going to have to bring our A game just like tonight. It'll definitely be a good game.
Can you say anything about the intensity level of this game?
Definitely one of our most competitive games that we played this year. I mean, from every ball, every rebound, every steal, we just kept fighting, and I think both teams just played really aggressive.
All right, well, I'll let you catch your breath. Taylor Brown, our HAN player of the game. Trumbull going to the FCIAC championship against the Stanford Black Knights. Enjoy the win.
Thank you very much.
All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Taylor. No complaints from me on that one.
No complaints at all from me either, Frank. That was a most enjoyable game I've seen in a while for girls basketball. What a performance from both sides. Ward, what a performance from them, even though they're on the losing end. What a great game.
Both teams playing their hearts out. Unfortunate one had to lose. But in the end, the number 1 Trumbull Eagles avenged their regular season loss. Now they're on to the FCIAC championship. The towels work for one more day. The final score, Eagles 36, the Mustangs 34. We're back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. with your coffee break. CT Pulse at 12:30, Nutmeg Sports at 2, and the FCIAC semifinals in girls hockey tomorrow night from the Darien Ice House. For Chris Kutzo, Kevin Coleman, I'm Frank Granito. We thank you for tuning into the home of FCIAC Sports, the HAN Network.